Welcome back. It's the start of a new day and we have plenty of stocks to talk about as we begin the day. So without wasting any time, let's go straight to it. Ekta is joining us first up to talk about Cipla. Ekta, morning.
Thanks for that. Well, Cipla is in focus because they did announce to the exchanges that they made an acquisition in South Africa for around $48.6 million. They are acquiring Actor Pharma, which specializes in generic as well as OTC medicines. The company reported a revenue of around $12.6 million, so relatively small acquisition. The company says it is strategic for Cipla. It will help unlock future growth opportunities, leverage cost synergies in South Africa as well. Additionally, I'm watching Cipla as well as Dr. Reddy's and maybe even Torrent today because there is an Economic Times report which has indicated that Bain has approached Dr. Reddy's to explore a joint bid to buy out promoters of Cipla. Senior leadership from both sides have met to discuss as well as formalize the strategy. Dr. Reddy's is said to be evaluating the opportunity, countering the offer by Torrent Pharma. Dr. Reddy's, we did reach out to them. We did reach out to Mr. G.V. Prasad as well as the corporate communication team, and they have indicated that they have no comment on this story. Remember, it is a large bid. It is around 58,000 crores if you include the open offer at the current market price. So it is a huge amount, a huge sum of money for either even Dr. Reddy's or Torrent, which they will be putting in for acquiring Cipla if in case that comes through, and hence there could be concerns. And similarly, like we saw Torrent Pharma under pressure the whole of last week, we could probably see Dr. Reddy's under pressure simply because of the size of the deal and the fears on how they would fund such a deal.
Okay, all right, Ekta, thanks a lot for that. So plenty of action from the pharma space, but there are monthly updates that are coming in, and Abhishek joins us to tell us about Mahindra & Mahindra Financial Services. Morning, Abhishek.
Morning, Nigel. So, Mahindra & Mahindra Finance have had an August disbursements of about 4,400 crore, which is up 17.65% on a YY basis and flat on a month-on-month basis. So, YTD, that is year-to-date, the disbursements are at close to 21,000 crore, up about 22.75% on a YY basis. If you take a look at the disbursal trend in terms of the growth rate, the last 3 months, that is August, July and June, it has been below the 18% level versus historical number of anywhere about 35 to 40%. Collection efficiency remains stable at about 96%, which was the same in the month of July as well, and as well as YOY, that is August of 2022. So total assets is up 27% YOY and about 8% YTD and about 2.7% on a month-on-month basis. Stage 2 and Stage 3, which is the stressed asset portfolio of the lender, that remains stable close to about June levels. Liquidity chest is about 3 months of the requirement that is there. So with respect to liquidity as well, it is on stable course for M&M Finance. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, the other two stocks that we're watching this morning, and both could be in the green. One is Hero MotoCorp. Now, they had a board meet yesterday and they decided at the board meet to approve an additional investment of up to 550 crores in the EV manufacturer Ather Energy. Remember, Hero MotoCorp already has 33.1% stake in Ather Energy, and now Hero will be subscribing to the rights issue of Ather, post which the shareholding will go up depending on the amount that they subscribe to. Now, if you look at the turnover of Ather, right, it has substantially improved over the last 3 years, and it'll come up for you on your screen. In FY21, they did about 80 crores, and now by the end of FY23, it's gone up to 1,800 crores. That is the kind of growth that we are seeing in the electric vehicle space, and Hero MotoCorp is betting big on that. As we know, Ather is into the manufacturing and design, engineering, etc. of electric vehicle products and electric vehicle, machinery, and hence Hero MotoCorp is looking to up their stake there. Now, Escorts Kubota, the stock in fact has had a big rally. It's up 50% in the last 6 months. There's a lot of news flow here. The latest is that the company will be increasing prices of their tractors from the 16th of September. The increase in prices will vary across models. So that, of course, is positive. But the reason the stock has been under pressure in the last couple of days, it was down yesterday as well, is because of the weak sales that we've seen in the month of August because of a deficient monsoon. So the sales were down almost 8.5% year on year. But in general, the stock is up about 50% in the last 6 months because there is, of course, reports as well as our own sources suggesting that perhaps Escorts could be selling its railway business. And if they do that, they offload their railway business, then of course that will be a big positive from a shareholder's perspective.
Well, absolutely. So keep an eye out on both those names, Hero and Escorts. More stocks with news flow. Vivek is here with that list. Vivek, morning.
Well, good morning. We've been highlighting over the past month about how due to the unseasonally low rainfall in August, the peak demand as far as India itself was concerned was quite high in terms of power. So this particular trend is being reflected, even in the numbers of short-term exchanges. So IEX yesterday gave an update to the exchanges as to the August monthly volumes, and it's been very, very strong. So the total electricity volume on the short-term exchange was up 21%, coming in at over 8,469 million units. The day-ahead market volume was up 7.3%, and the real-time market volumes was up 21% on a year-on-year basis. The company says that the low August rainfall led to an unprecedented surge in electricity demand, leading to the strong volume uptick. Also, what they're saying is that the clearing prices or the prices that are seen on the exchanges actually rose, number one, due to higher demand as well as supply constraints. Do remember, though, that there is a ceiling as far as prices are concerned, as far as IEX is concerned on the short-term market. The other stock on our radar is RVNL. The company and the JV partner MCCC have actually emerged as the lowest bidder for Western Railway Vadodara Division project. The total cost of the project is 174 crore, and RVNL's share in this particular project is 75%.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. By the way, on the bottom of your screen, you have Zentech as well. They have won another order, close to around 120 crores odd. I remember a few years ago, the order book was dry and there was no execution taking place. Now, as per the last report, the order book is at around 1,250 crores odd, if I saw that number correctly. But there are a few more stocks to track. So Sonal joins us to wind this down with some more stocks in the news. Morning, Sonal.
Good morning, Nigel. Let me start with Vodafone-Idea. It is in news on the back of Times of India report where they are suggesting that the company has gone ahead and they've cleared around 10% of the statutory dues that they had to pay to the Department of Telecom for April to June quarter. They are also committed to pay the remaining amount by September. Now, according to the report, the outstanding dues are to the tune of 700 crore rupees. So this would be a big positive. However, we have not independently verified this report. For Oil India, they have approved an investment, an equity contribution of 1,738 crore rupees in the joint venture of Northeast Gas Distribution Company Limited, where Oil India will be holding around 49% stake in this joint venture and 51% shareholding will be held by Assam Gas Company Limited. Nazara Tech continues to be in focus yesterday because of Nitin Kamat's investment there, and today it is in focus because there is a meeting of board of directors of the company on 7th of September. This is to consider an approved preferential issue of shares, so that stock will be on our radar as well.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sonal, for that. So plenty of stocks in focus today. In case you missed out on any of them, here's a quick recap. Stocks with positive news flow. There's Cipla, M&M Financial, Hero MotoCorp, Escorts, Kubota, IEX, RVNL, Vodafone-Idea, Oil India and Nazara Tech. Well, the only stock on our radar with negative news flow is Dr. Reddy's. But let's find out what's happening in the brokerage corner. Survi's here to give us all the brokerage notes that you need to focus on for the day. Survi, morning.
Morning. So the first one is on Raymond. It is an initiating coverage by Jefferies. They have initiated with a buy rating and a target price of 2,600. They say that the company has already addressed the past investor concerns on debt and the corporate structure, and now the company is net cash and is set to list the lifestyle and the real estate business separately. The growth focus is visible across business segments according to them, which is going to be led by the category expansion and market share gain. They expect Raymond's revenue and earnings to grow at 13 to 24% compounded rate over the next 3 years. Interestingly, Motilal Oswal has also initiated coverage on Raymond with the same target price of 2,600. So Raymond will be on our radar. Antique has written on Prince Pipes. They have reiterated their positive stance. They expect a 14% volume growth over the next 2 financial years. They see improving penetration and new plants will drive incremental growth. Operating leverage is expected to deliver an EBITDA growth of 14%, and the bathware segment entry has set the tone for long-term double-digit revenue growth according to them. And lastly, Jefferies has written on the power sector. They said the peak power demand has outpaced the availability most days since the last fortnight. Also, merchant power prices are trading at a cap of 10 rupees per unit in the first 3 days of September. Coal stocks are at normalized levels of 10 days and above. For them, their top picks are NTPC, Power Grid and JSW Energy, and they have an underperform rating on IEX and Tata Power.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So let's keep an eye out on all of those stocks. Thanks, Surbi. But let's move on. The Brent crude prices is something that everyone's been tracking, right? Still almost at $89 a barrel now. Manisha Gupta joins in to give us a quick roundup of all the action there. Manisha, hi, good morning.
Morning, Sonia. Thank you for that. Well, yes, the crude oil prices have been surging and are up at around 7% in the last 1 week itself. The dollar index coming off its highs, the strong Chinese measures, OPEC and allies talking about more production cuts in the month of October have been some of the supporting factors. Apart from that, it also is about China taking a lot of stimulus measures. So whether it's about, personal consumption, real estate sector, tax rebates, China has been doing a lot. And markets are taking cues from that as well. Already done 89 on the higher side. The street believes that 90 and 92 is where the crude prices could be looking at some resistance at. The markets will watch out for the Chinese trade data that comes in this week, and that would give you further directions.
Manisha, thank you very much for that. That's commodities and, of course, China, the big mover there. We'll take a quick commercial break here. Siddharth Khemka of Motilal Oswal Financial Services will be with us on the other side for some stock talk. Stay with us.